He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he's got your back. Share the link real quick with some peeps. Sorry guys, my corgi thinks he can just walk through anything and not give a dang. I heard all that clickety clackety. How's everybody doing today on this beautiful Sunday morning? Still in Central Standard Time. Alright guys, just gonna share the link really quick. Turn down my volume on my laptop because if not, y'all will hear a feedback. What's up everybody? Let's start dropping some comments in the chat. Anybody have any questions about DTF printing? You guys already know, y'all can drop them in the chat. If you guys have any questions about converting printers, y'all can drop them in the chat. The thing we're going to be doing today is I picked up this big guy over here. Y'all can see it on the corner of the screen. It's an Epson 7800, which I hear is like one of the best printers to get for DTF. And I'm actually going to go through the process right now of cleaning out the lines, the carts, and kind of show you guys along the way how it is that I do or prepare one of these printers to get ready to be used for DTF. So yeah, again, let me just share the link real quick in a couple of my spots, and then we'll get going. If you're new to the channel, guys, if you're new to watching me live, I pretty much do how to start up t-shirt businesses from home, whether that's with sublimation, HTV, vinyl, or the newest craze right now, which is DTF. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. And I'm doing it live today. Typically, I do these type of tutorials pre-filmed, but I don't have help today, I guess, to be able to do it. And I'm kind of tired and anxious to get this printer up and running, and because this is actually going to be used for my website where you guys will be able to order transfer from me or custom apparel. So that's why I'm trying to get it going. Let me share the link to the Discord. If you guys haven't joined the Discord, man, make sure to go join that. I'm going to drop a link here in a bit if y'all want to be in it. And it's been a little quiet in there. I haven't really initiated any conversation, but if you guys do have questions, that's the best way to reach me. Anybody that has asked a question in the Discord, I've responded to. So there's that. Alright, just shared that. Alright, so the only thing I'm missing, so I got all the carts. I guess let's kind of start talking about the printer, right, that I picked up. It's a 7800. I'll pick up the phone here in a bit and show you guys the actual printer, but you guys can Google it, or it's a big boy. This guy, I didn't think it was that big until I picked it up from a second story apartment, and it sucked. It was a pain in the butt. So we had to literally drag that thing from, like, yeah, second story apartment condo thing through a really narrow hallway, and it was just me and my buddy, and my friend Dre is the one that actually recommended this printer. He converts and sells used printers in the Discord channel, actually. And he's like, dude, that's one of the best printers you can get. Jump on it if you can, if it's working. Nozzle, so I went and checked it out. Nozzle check was pristine. The printer's in great shape, so picked it up. I paid $500 for it, which I felt was a great deal. And yeah, I brought it home. And as you can see it back there, that thing is huge. My wife was not too happy about it. but I'm gonna be making some room in the design area for it to live the rest of its life. But yeah, guys, so that's kind of the story of how I picked up the printer. Uh, in addition to cleaning out the printer lines and whatnot, we're also going to be trying out some new inks. I picked up some new inks from a different supplier because I like trying different stuff. So far, I've tried DTF Kingdom, which was pretty good. DTF Superstore has been pretty good as well. I haven't used McLeod yet. And I'm just trying to use some of the bigger print DTF suppliers that are out there. But this one was recommended to me by a buddy as well. It's imageprintstore.com. They are not affiliated with me whatsoever. I literally purchased this with my own money because I do want to try their white ink. I've heard very good stuff about them. And I also picked up all the rest of the other colors, the CMYK. So we are going to be using 50-50 mixture of distilled water right here and simple green. I know it's backwards for y'all, so I apologize. We're going to mix that into another jug, and then we're going to put them in. We're going to put some. I don't think I'm going to fill it all the way, but we're going to put some of it into the refillable carts. We're going to put the carts into the printer. I picked up these carts pre-owned. That's why you can see some ink in there as well. One of my buddies had these laying around, so I picked them up from him. But we're going to put the simple green in this guy, and then we're going to run it through the lines. And yeah, pretty much clean out the lines, get it ready for DTF ink, and hopefully maybe even print a first print here within the, I would say, 2 hours maybe. I don't know how long we're going to be live, but either way, you'll be seeing a video very soon about its first print. So let me go ahead and get started, guys. I'm going to share the video in one more spot. So I believe I have pretty much everything I need to convert this printer. Let me see. Trying to see if anybody has. Yeah, so I believe I have everything that I need to convert this printer. You don't need much. Like the 3880, you need to get a lot of the smaller printers. I guess let me get started. You need to get rid of a lot of the components within the printer, like the rollers and the waste tank, a lot of that type of stuff. But with this one, I didn't really have to do much. From my understanding, it's really just resettable, refillable carts, your ink, and the RIP software, and you should be pretty much good to go. I do know this printer itself is a little bit more delicate than something like the Epson 3880 or sorry guys, reading somebody else sent me something. Yeah guys, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so like the 7880, I can let that thing sit maybe probably for like about a week and a half. My 3880, but this one I'm hearing that it has to at least run a print every single day. If not, you're doing a lot of maintenance because the lines are extremely long, and the ink can actually separate within the line. So guys, be careful picking your first DTF printer. Again, this is my third one that I own. I have a R1800, I have the 3880, and I have the 7800 now. I am looking for a print head from my R1800 because I delaminated that one trying to clean it, so keep that in mind. If y'all see one in your local marketplaces, let me know. But alright guys, we're going to get started. Like I said, we're going to use 50-50 distilled water and simple green. I don't know what I'm going to use to mix it, but let me go see if I have something in here. But let me show y'all the printer real quick. Right, this is what everybody's here for. So, all right. So this is a printer. It's a Epson Stylus Pro 7800 in great shape. The person I picked it up from was a professional photographer, and they actually worked for A&M, and that's all they ran on this was very nice prints, very big ones. So yeah, this is the printer. We're gonna go ahead and start cleaning it. Let me put this back over here. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go try. I'm gonna go get a container real quick, guys, so I can start mixing the Simple Green and the distilled water, so we can start running it through the printer. Let's see. Hey Coyote, you can reach me at the Discord. Let me put the link in here. I might not be able to respond really quick right now because I am live, but you can ask questions in here, and either somebody else will respond to you, or I'll respond to you as well. So let me go ahead and copy this. I'm putting it in the. I just dropped the link for the Discord, guys. So if anybody wants to join that and be part of the community, again, it's been a little quiet in there, but I'm hoping to start kind of kickstarting things in there with giveaways and you know, just voice chats and stuff like that. So, alrighty. Cool. Yeah, so like I said, I should have everything I need to run a first print on this guy after we clean it. I have the cartridge resetter, and I have a waste tank resetter from the 3880. I hope that one will work. If not, I'm hoping the one from the cartridges for this printer will work. So, all right, let me go get a container, guys, and we'll get started with pre-filling these carts and running some cleaning cycles on this bad boy. I'm probably gonna do this the worst way possible. I just have like a measuring cup, and we're just gonna fill it, pour it into here, and then yeah, just keep going until we have a full cup, and we can put it in the ink carts. So I'm drying out the cup because I don't want regular water going into the carts. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions about DTF or anything else, you know, from printing from home, drop them in the comments. I know some of this. Another series I want to get started is affordable eco solvent solutions. So that might be something here in the near future. But all right, let's get started. Sorry, guys, I have a mess on the table and just trying to clear out some stuff. All right, let's get going. So like I said, 50-50. Sorry guys, I got people asking questions and other stuff, so yeah, brother, what's up? And what's up, Cal for Hire? Thanks for joining, man. But yeah, what's your question, bro? Oh, sorry. DTG or DTF? Sorry, I'm trying to pour agua, and it's scary because I have my MacBook next to the water. But let me see. See the chat real quick. So my first DTF was the the R1800. So I mentioned that one a lot. I purchased that one for $100, and dude, that printer is awesome. Uh, Sorry. Yeah. So the R1800 is probably one of my favorite printers because it's quick and it's small. It's nowhere near the size of any of this stuff. And I love that printer, but I unfortunately let it sit too long, and the print head got clogged. And I tried cleaning out the print head, and I delaminated the print head, so that one's down for the moment. But if I was to say something to sit on my desktop and be able to use on a daily basis, the R1800, which was my first printer that I got, is also one of my favorites. So I would actually keep that one around, like on a desktop or something like that. And for DTG, I never really 100% owned one. It was more of like a business venture with a friend, and we actually had the epson, what is it, the 2100, and then we also had a converted P600, I believe, from what's the name of that website? I forgot. It's something DTG. Andy's the one that owns it. I'm sorry, I forgot. I've been dealing with DTF so long now that let me see what the website name was. It was like something self DTG or something like that. Let me see real fast. So I don't want to give you the wrong answer. I know it'll come back to my head as soon as start thinking about it. But yeah, it was a converted, I believe P600, and then we had the 2100 epson as well for DTG. I kind of left that business venture with that person, so they kept all the DTG stuff, and I really only run DTF, sublimation. I have a very small pigment printer as well for like Nina 3G opaque transfers, which I'm getting ready to upgrade. And then I'm looking into EcoSolvent next. So, yep. Hopefully that answered your question. Sorry guys, trying to get back in there. Yeah. Hey, if anybody else has any questions about DTG, man, drop them. I'm gonna go spill some of this real quick because I don't want to drop it on my electronics. Alrighty, we're back. So I've noticed with the desktop ones, at least the smaller DIY printers, I've been able to go maximum of maybe 2 weeks without running anything, as long as I wet the capping station and shake my carts at least every day. Even if I don't use the printer, I shake my carts, or I try to, some of these kits that you buy come with recirculating inks already, so you don't need to do that. But I do think if you're gonna let it sit for more than a day or two, you gotta shake those carts. You gotta get the ink going, and then yeah. So that's that. Wet capping is a must every night. So after you're done using the printer every day, or even if make sure you put wet capping solution on your pads, on the little foam pads that where the print head rests at night. And that's so that nothing like clogs up your print head. Those two things are really the only stuff I had to do with both the R1800 and the 3880. Once every, like, I would say every 30 prints on those smaller printers, I would run another head cleaning, because you will see some of the white ink start like piling up on the print head, and it'll start scraping your transfers. So a rule of thumb is usually like every 20 to 30 prints, I will run another print head cleaning, so that it keeps the print head nice and clean even while I'm running prints. Remember guys, this ink is not made for these printers or these print heads, so there is a lot of little things that you have to do. So Yeah, bro. So if you're seeing head streaks on the sorry guys, Lance, hush, buddy. If you're seeing head streaks while you've been printing and they weren't there at the beginning, it's because your print head is starting to collect some of that white ink. I would just run the print head clean every once in a while if you have like a large order of shirts or a large order of transfers that you're having to run. So yeah, that's really much it, man. The maintenance sounds worse than what it actually is, and honestly, it's equal to whatever DTG maintenance is. You gotta wet the capping station, and you gotta clean your print heads. I mean, there's nothing to it around that, right? You gotta do it. So, and I mean, even on my sublimation printer, I gotta clean the print head all the time. Or I mean, I don't have to wet the capping station or anything like that, but you know, there's maintenance to everything. So, James Green, welcome to the channel, by the way. I'm not sure, man. I haven't looked into converting this one into an eco-solvent printer. Um, I am starting to do a little bit more research right now, and I'm actually trying to start smaller on eco-solvent. I think there's a certain ink from eco-solvent that you can purchase for to run it like in the newer EcoTank epsons. I don't know what the truth is in that, so that's kind of what I've been researching here lately. I'm not very well versed in eco-solvent yet, but I'm hoping here within the next few months I will be. So I'll be able to answer any questions you guys have. Alright guys, I'm starting to pour the distilled water and like into a cup just so I can start making the solution. So I'm going to do 1 cup of distilled water, and then we're going to do 1 cup of simple green for each cart. I don't think they should need much more than that. And then we're going to go ahead and power up we're going to do that for every cart. It's 8, there's 8, I believe, yeah. So that's another cool thing about this printer. Well, I guess all my other printers have had 8 channels, so they've all been pretty good. Let me see. So eco-solvent, Cal, and again, I do apologize if I'm very ignorant with eco-solvent because again, I'm just starting to get into it. My understanding though is with eco-solvent you can print on printable vinyl, which that in itself is pretty cool. You can do printable vinyl transfers, you can do printable vinyl stickers, you can do a lot of things that you're not able to do, for example, with like sublimation and or DTF. So it kind of gives you the best of both worlds in my opinion. Now the transfers will feel more papery as opposed to like DTF or DTG, but a lot of people don't mind that feel and they're faster. I mean, I feel like eco-solvent is much quicker than DTF, less steps to get a final print. And I think it fits well into any business, right? So you're able to do a lot of other type of printing with eco-solvent, and it's very durable. Like right now, if I want to print decals with my sublimation machine, I gotta laminate like Orifol, you know, white vinyl, and then I'm able to sublimate on that somewhat, but it's still like a workaround, right? So that's why I think eco-solvent solves a lot of that problems on that end. But yeah, I mean that's as far as I know for right now. That's, I don't know much about eco-solvent, but I do know that. Sorry guys, your boy trying to focus over here, not spill this stuff. All right, and we got the simple green going into the cup as well. Now we have our magic concoction. All right, we're gonna kind of, let me go get something to mix that with. Let me see, what else did you ask, bro? So Plastisol was cool for a while. I'm not a big fan of Plastisol transfers. They feel, I mean, I've done reviews, and I think for the time they were very popular, and for the uses I've used them for, they work great. They're very thick though. I don't like Plastisol that much. I think DTF is superior to Plastisol, both in stretchability and durability, if done correctly. So Yeah, and I do think eco solvent. I think I would still prefer the feel of the printable vinyl on my shirt over a plastisol transfer. That's my personal opinion, though. Using all these different methods, some other people might have a different, opinion. Like I'm crazy, or I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna get the first cartridge ready. Actually, I have a little cone that I used to fill my DTG thingies real quick. I don't know if it'll fit on this one because my DTF cards on the 3880 are very wide. So let me go get a mixing utensil real quick. Alrighty, guys. Sorry, I apologize for that. I went to go get the little spouty spout and fancy utensil to mix the water and the simple green. Remember, guys, if you're cleaning the lines. I mean, I've used this solution even on the 3880 or the R1800s. It's worked well for me. Disclaimer: I'm not liable for you guys breaking anything on your printer. Do at your own risk. But it is distilled water. Do not use tap water, regular water, mineral water, distilled water, and regular. Guys, let me make that clear. Regular simple green. Don't get the extra strength. Don't get the granite and countertop one. Oh man, you should see the horror stories I've heard, man, because people don't listen. Okay, so this is mixed fairly decent. Let me see. Yeah, no problem, Cal and James. Anybody else have any questions, guys? If you don't mind, please hit the like button on the video. It helps, the algorithm. You guys know. You guys know. I don't have to tell everybody. But yeah, if anybody else has any questions, man, I'm excited to get this printer going because I'm excited to be able to start selling full-on transfers and getting some custom, more than my local word-of-mouth business going. I mean, it keeps me busy enough because for those of you that don't know, I'm actually a marketing director and I do graphic design and stuff like that for the most part. But I actually enjoy a lot of making tangible objects, which is like the transfers and actual shirts. I think that brings me a lot of joy to seeing some of my designs come to life, and that keeps me pretty busy. But I'm excited to start on this journey. Oh man, see, that's what I was afraid of. It does not fit. Let's see. What's the question, Cal? Yeah, go ahead. Ask away. Where's the lid for the water go? Whatever. Alright. I don't know how I'm gonna get this in here. I guess with syringes. Then we'll get a syringe. It's gonna take way longer than I thought. Got a big boy syringe. Maybe that'll work. Looks like I'm doing some type of. Oh no. I'm gonna fill this bad boy up. So Cal, I'm gonna be straight up with you, bro. I I've been very blessed. You know, I'm gonna be very upfront with you. I've been very blessed that my YouTube channel has done very well for itself. And so that helps me a lot. That helps me find a lot of clientele. My socials aren't very like popular or anything like that, but my YouTube channel, you know, blew up within the last 2 years, and that's helped me find again a lot of clientele. Now, for the company that I work for, you know, the way I maximize sales there is through Facebook advertising, TikTok advertising, and we actually have a pretty popular face to the company, so that actually helps a lot. But I think as a small business owner like yourself, um, to be honest, bro, or I don't know if you're a lady or a gentleman, but I feel if you have socials, right? For example, I think if you keep up with the trends, like for example, we're going into fall right now. If you even if you don't create the designs yourself, but if you start making like not DIY videos, but just videos of the process of how you make, like for example, a fall T-shirt or something for fall, and it can be very cliche, like falling for fall or something like that, and uh, I think if you make content like that for your socials and you share that type of stuff, that makes your business a little bit more relatable for the time. And I feel that makes people want to shop with you. Um, the marketing side of things is definitely, it's harder for me to explain because to me it just kind of comes naturally, a lot of it. And that's not me trying to be a douche or, brag about that. But I feel that I just make relatable content and I try to help others, but that somehow brings back, I would call it good karma to me. And it helps me facilitate more orders, or be able to do better for my business by helping others do well in their business, if that makes sense. Because honestly, I deal with a lot of more business tiered customers than regular off the street type of customers. So I'm sorry if I didn't answer your question directly, but that's you know my reality, I guess. James Green, good question, man. I get asked that a lot. So I was very lucky, and honestly, I don't know how it happened. I don't. So to answer your question, no, I don't hold a degree in anything. I actually have a GED. That's all I have. And I wasn't too good in school, right? In high school, I dropped out. I wasn't. I was never for the classroom setting. Um, but while I was in high school for 2 years, I actually got to do a very cool program through my school district, and it was called AMP. And that allowed us to go to like an actual news broadcasting station and learn a lot of broadcasting, graphic design, be in front of the camera type of things. So that would I would say was the extent of my schooling, was doing that for 2 years, and I think that drastically played a part into what I wanted to do as an adult. I didn't start working in the marketing world or in the print world, you know, up until I think I started when I was like 20, 23, 24. I'm 29 now, and I've been able to work myself up to marketing director at the company that I'm in. And YouTube University, that's all I can say. I know you guys hear that a lot. I know it's super cliche as well, but that's honestly what got me to where I am today. I make a great living, have a successful YouTube channel, and I get to do what I love. Let me see. Yeah, no problem, Cal. I'm glad I'm able to help in some way, shape, or form. Right? That's what we're here for. So keep the question coming, guys. Yeah, I guess to answer your question, James, no, I don't have a degree. I've learned everything I know off of YouTube, from hands-on experience, and from people at the companies that I've worked for that have graciously taught me the way. I mean, that saying that they say is not what you know, is who you know, definitely comes into play in a lot of things. And though I've came honestly literally from nothing, I've met the correct people that didn't mind showing me the correct way to do things and how to climb up the corporate ladder to end up where I am today. So I'm very blessed on that sense. And yeah, so all right, so we got the first cart filled. Well, not filled, halfway. I don't think I'm gonna fill these things all the way because even I think that's too much right there. But let's keep going. And these have a little bit of ink in there, but I think it'll be fine. He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he got your back. Alpha male from New York. Man, nice. My boss or the owner of the company I work for is from New York. I've actually wanted to visit there a couple of times, but COVID has kind of kept me these past 2 years from coming. I want to go around Christmas so bad, just because of all the Home Alone movies and stuff like that. Alright, gonna start filling the next cart. Ah. Might have to go get some napkins, guys, because I'm making a mess. Yes, Cal, these are refillable carts. With DTF, that's pretty much key, man. If you need refillable carts, because if not, you're not gonna have a good time. I think that's kind of one of the, from the smaller printers, the only thing I kind of dislike a lot is, even with these bigger printers, the carts are huge and they last forever, the ink. I think I still have ink in the 3880, and I've had a 200 pack of, I've gone through a 200 pack of transfers from DTF Superstore already, the 13 by 19s. Yes, James. So this green liquid, mixture of 50/50 simple green and distilled water, will run through the lines, and it'll run through the lines and the print head, so that we can clean out all the regular ink that was in the printer prior, and then so that we can fill the carts again. So after this purge, I'll clean the carts out again. I'll try to take out as much of the simple green and stuff out of there, and run some ink purges and just try to get it as clean as possible. If I can't get the carts clean, then what I'm going to do is just buy another set of cartridges and leave these as my cleaning set, and the other set will be the actual ink. Typically, that's what I recommend, guys. I've been very cheap with this build, and I haven't ordered a new set. I actually purchased these cartridges pre-owned. Don't cut corners like I'm doing right now. Have 2 sets ready to go. And I say that because if you know your printer is going to sit for, if you're going on vacation and it's going to sit for 2 weeks, guys, take out the cartridges with the actual ink, pop in your cleaning cartridges, and yeah. And then that way you can run some ink purges and get the ink all the way out of your lines, and that way the only thing sitting in the printer is cleaning solution. Alright, so I think that's all. I'm going to fill up the black as well. I'm not going to go too crazy on this. Yeah, man, and it's annoying having to fill all these little carts with inks and stuff. It does get annoying, so that's the only thing. I think one of the most annoying things about DTF, that you got to keep filling these carts for the ink and stuff. That it annoys me, anyways. All right, so we got the black filled. Put the lid back on it. All right. Ask questions, guys. I see there's 9 of you in here. Are y'all scared? You think I'm a bite or something? Remember, guys, there's no dumb questions. Even if you just want to conversate, talk with your boy. And again, guys, please hit that like button on the video if y'all are enjoying it or getting some type of entertainment or knowledge out of this. I'm a little sad I don't have any of my regulars in here today. I don't think so anyways. But I do enjoy talking with James and Cal. And guys, if you guys scroll up on the chat, I did put a link to the Discord. As soon as we hit 50 members in there, I'm going to do a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway, and then if you guys have any questions outside of these lives that I do twice a month, I think that's how frequent I'm doing these lately. You can ask questions in there. Oh man, I don't want to get too political on here because, you know, but I will say I did get my shot yesterday. Actually, I held out for a very long time. I'm definitely one of the ones that don't trust, but my wife's an educator, and unfortunately, she is around a lot of, you know, messy kids and stuff like that. So we decided to get it for our family's sake. I don't know about the passport thing, man. That's a little crazy. But let's be honest here. Again, I'm not for one side or the other. We've had to have our record of shots to even go to school. You know, I mean, for everything else, we haven't had to have it. But it's been around for a minute. So it's really nothing new. It's just the way they're starting to enforce it. That's a little odd. But to answer your question, I don't like it. I don't believe anybody should be forced to do anything against their will. So, all right. So we got 3 cartridges filled, guys. And I'm gonna make another batch of mixture because I ran out. So for those of you yeah, I actually have one, James. A little funnel. Unfortunately, so this fits on my 3880, but it doesn't fit on these. It's too. They're really narrow. And then on my R1800, oh man, that one's a pain to fill because I can only use like actual syringes. That's the only downfall of that freaking printer. I can never get a CISS to work properly, and when you fill it, oh, it's a pain. All right, guys. Again, for those of you that are just joining, 50-50 of distilled water and simple green. He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he got your back. Where'd my simple green go? Yeah. Alrighty, guys, filling with simple green now. My little measuring cup. My wife's gonna kill me though because she uses this for baking. Babe, if you're watching, don't hit me. She gets so upset because I use all the household items to do this type of stuff. And obviously you can't use it for their purpose after you put chemicals in it, so. Oops. It's for the greater good. Alright, so we're going to put these aside, guys. These have the green liquid in them already. And we're gonna grab a new set. Alright, so let's start on the white inks. Yeah, man, the funnels are a lifesaver on that 3880. I love them. Akir, sorry I didn't see your comment, man. Well, thank you for watching at least, for being one of my viewers, bro. I appreciate you being in here. I know some of this stuff is very new to a lot of people, but I feel that DTF is opening up the printing world to a lot of at-home based businesses, and I'm loving it. I'm here for the ride. Yeah, James, so I wasn't very patient initially, and that's how I delaminated my R1800 print head. Not fun. Very sad moment because I love that printer, and now just collecting dust in my shed. Um, but hopefully I can find a print head very soon. But yeah, um, just leave those print heads soaking. If you guys have any issues with head clogs or cleanings, that's the best thing you can do. Just let them soak. Be patient. Don't don't underestimate patience with DTF. Let me go get a napkin. Let me see. So Cal, I actually don't do YouTube full time, man. I wish I did, but I actually enjoy my job a lot. My 9 to 5. I like being around the people that I'm with, and I love just being able to say I'm a marketing director, I guess. And the pay is really good. So much so that my YouTube earnings still haven't caught up with that. But it's extremely good supplemental income that allows me and my wife to have a very nice lifestyle, including with her being a teacher. Um, and I don't know, man. I don't know what started. Um, I created a YouTube when YouTube started, right? Like, I mean, I'm 29, and I remember when YouTube became a thing. And I made an account, and I never uploaded anything because I never felt like I had anything useful to upload. And it wasn't until I started doing decals on the side as a side business. Actually, this is when we were struggling a little bit. I bought a vinyl cutter off of eBay, and I used some of my graphic design skills to be able to design um, decals, literally just regular decals, and that blew up, man, here locally, and at least in my area, just with local customers, word of mouth. I had just had my son. I was 22 at the time. I was 23, 22, and we were struggling. So that helped me finding out, and I made my first video, I would say 3 years ago. This is 3 years after I started selling decals, and where I felt comfortable that I can actually teach others to be able to find supplemental income in the printing world or the vinyl cutting world. So that's what started it, man. I had a need, I found a way, and I felt that other people maybe can find a way through it as well. At the time, I watched a lot of Ray as the Entrepreneur, which I'm a super big fan of him, and we actually talk now. I can send him a question now, and we talk like it's nothing. And one of my other YouTuber friends, Rico Copeland, he's a very big in the sneaker community. Um, he also does YouTube now, and I mean, we all kind of keep each other inspired, right? So it's pretty cool, man. I do wish I could do YouTube full time, and I'm hoping eventually. But for now, it's just a side thing, and it's working out really well. Awesome, James. Thank you so much for joining, man. I really appreciate it. So Akir, you'd be surprised, man. I know I'm talking a lot, guys, and I usually do this. I start off great, and then I start rambling. Let me keep filling these carts while I talk. Um, Akir, yeah. So that's honestly, if you join any of the Facebook groups or in my Discord or just people here in the comments, um, that's very normal, man. People figure out how to convert a printer on their own, and then from there, they they grow their small business. They learn the ins and outs. Sorry, guys, my little family just showed up, so it might get a little noisy here. But they learn that way, and then from that small printer that they converted and learned the ins and outs, they start upgrading and they buy a bigger printer that they can convert. And then from there, they buy a bigger printer. And it's sort of kind of like what I'm doing, right? So I started with an R1800, moved to a 3880, which is slightly bigger, and now I'm at a 7800. And yes, once I get the R1800 fixed, that one will be up for sale. The 3880 is about to get cleaned after I get this one running, and it's going to be up for sale as well. And so, yes, 100% Akira, you can do that, bro. I have faith in you, and I know you can do it. I'm doing it. I've seen boatloads of other people do it, and don't let anybody tell you that the market is too saturated, because it's not. And even if it is, it's not. Put that in your brain. It's not. You can do it. You can be better than others, and bro, you'll do great. Trust me, man. Trust me. Find yourself a pre-owned R1800, a pre-owned. I mean, there's so many printers you can use now. I mean, even I think the XP 15000s are like dirt cheap, and people are starting up with those right now. So. What's that? What's that? Alrighty, guys. I think this white card is pretty full now, so we're gonna leave it. Alright, guys, and I'm just gonna finish filling up the carts, and I wish I'll go live probably later today, showing you how I run the cycles, because I still have to install some software on my computer. But I'm just gonna keep filling up these carts, answering y'all's questions. Once I'm done filling the carts, I'm gonna hop off, and then we'll come back later tonight, right? So, any other questions you guys have? You gonna say hi to the camera, Iron? You gonna say hi? Alright, guys, my son wants to say hi to everybody. Oh.
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
Oh yeah, Cal, vinyl on my car? Yeah, bro. I did I self-taught how to wrap like center consoles and stuff like that. I've installed full-blown decals on the outside, like on Chargers, Challengers. I've actually done a lot of things in that world, and that's actually what got me started in all this stuff. So I don't have much videos on that, because it's very hard to film yourself doing that, and I've never really had somebody else interested enough in that to film me. So yeah. So you guys really only get to see the stuff I can self-film for the most part. My wife does help me on some of my other videos that are nicer. But yeah, other than that, that's why you don't really see much of that. So I have another channel that's actually kicking off hopefully soon. It's gonna be mostly based around vehicles or like trucks. I'm gonna show my journey of owning. I bought a pre-owned truck, and just owning that specific truck, and also documentaries on other people that why they own trucks. I know it sounds silly, but on that channel you'll probably see a lot of the more graphic work on vehicles, because I'm gonna be transforming my personal truck into something else than what it is right now. Like I'm gonna wrap my center consoles. I'm gonna wrap a lot of parts on it, and then use actual, I don't want to say the professional way, but like plasti dip the correct way, um, and stuff like that. So you guys will get to see that here pretty soon. So okay, we got the magenta filled, or not filled, but okay. But Cal, man, I appreciate it, man, keeping the conversation going, and this is pretty much what it's about. I mean, I love answering any questions you guys may have, and yeah. For those of you that are just kind of joining, what I'm doing right now is I'm filling some refillable ink carts with a 50-50 solution of distilled water and simple green. And what I'm going to use this solution in these carts for is to clean the lines out on my new printer that I picked up. It was like 2 weeks ago. Well, it's not new, but new to me. And we're going to convert it to DTF. The cool thing about the 7800, guys, is that there's not much to do converting it wise. Like the R1800 or the 3880s, the L1800s, those require a lot, not a lot more, but you do gotta take out the rollers. You gotta install an external waste tank, at least on the L1800 and the R1800, because the 3880 has a refillable one as well. And but with the 7800, you just need resetting cartridges and DTF ink. You're good to go, and a resetter for your maintenance tank as well. Sorry, guys, somebody was trying to call me. I'm on my phone right now. But we're almost trying to just fill this a little more. And I'm probably gonna have to run like a couple of times this type of cleaning, because I do want it to be like perfectly clean. Babe, you wanna say hi to everybody? My wife just saw my measuring cup. I'm gonna die after this video, guys. Jesus. I should have put my phone on do not disturb.
I even lost my
I know, but alright, guys. We got another one filled. It looks more like jelly. That's what my son said. Alright, so we're gonna make one more little mixture of this stuff. Come on. Zach. So my wife is here.
Hi.
All of a sudden, you're gonna kill me because I'm using this for the simple green. They're like, don't harm him. Here, let me see his alien so I can show.
I lost my key.
So this was the newest addition to our family this year, guys.
It's Daily.
Say hi. Hi, say hi to everybody. There you go, babe. That was the addition to our what would you call it, babe? To our family. Alright, guys, sorry, I'm making another mixture of this stuff real quick. So, Cal, I actually haven't tried Supercolor, but I've actually been in contact with my buddy Stan Banks. He actually reached out to me like a month or two ago. He wants me to do something with Supercolor, so you guys will probably see a video here pretty soon coming out with that. Because, I mean, from my understanding, Supercolor, they do outstanding transfers, and I know right now it's kind of like a war between what's better, DTF or Supercolor, but I think everything has its place, right? Nothing's really better than the other 100%. Everything has its downsides, its upsides, And to me, the only upside that I had seen from Supercolor, at least initially when it first came out, was their website was a little bit hard to navigate or to place an order, and and they were expensive. They don't have a good minimum, right? And I think with DTF, you're seeing a lot of these smaller brands are allowing you to print one-off transfers. I mean, you can literally order 1, 2, 3, 10, and the quality is pretty close. From my understanding too, Supercolor is much softer because they do similar. I think it's called DST, what it's officially called, and what it is they do like a DTF print, right? But without the white. So it's just the color DTF print, and then they take a screen, like a screen printing screen, and they burn the silhouette into it, and then they screen print white on the back of it so that it has a mixture of both, right? So you get the full color, but you get the softness of screen printing with the white and full coverage. So I think that's why it's very expensive to set up for them, and why the transfers are more expensive than your typical plastisol transfers. But yeah, I will be trying them in the future, man. That was a good question. They said a little chicken nugget.
What?
She a little chicken nugget.
What are you doing?
Filling these carts with the solution so I can run it through the printer and start cleaning it out. I'm almost done, and once I'm done with this, we can head out.
That's fine.
I'm almost done.
So it's just solutions on the ink yet?
Yeah, so it's the solution that goes in. So like this'll run through the system, and then,
Plugged in over there?
huh?
You have it plugged in?
It is plugged in. I have it turned off right now because the carts are not in it. And then this will run through it a couple of times, clean out the old ink, and then I'll clean these out again, and then put the actual ink in there today.
That, don't go. I mean, back in.
Sorry, the wife was asking what is it that I was exactly doing. It is Sunday Fun Day, and we're probably gonna head out here in a bit as well. But any other questions, guys? Well, I'm still here, bright and fresh this Sunday morning. Guys, and please hit that like button if you haven't already. Helps out a ton. I didn't hush, buddy. Can you give me a napkin, buddy? I have a kid. It's just courses take a very long time, man. And I'm more of a let people find the information for free. I don't like charging people for stuff. And I feel that if I made courses, I would have to charge people for it because it would take away so much time
Careful.
from my family, the little time I already have. But I mean, if that's something people are actually interested in, 100%. The problem with it, though, Akira, I will say, is that there's not really a umbrella to DTF because, well, in essence, the process is the same. Every printer is different, and so that's kind of where I would hit, problems, I guess, if you would say, because not everybody will have the same printer, and not everybody will have the same, I guess, level of understanding. So maybe that's where I can start, just a course on self-learning and self-understanding how to teach yourself how to know stuff, I guess, maybe, if that makes sense. Let's see. Alrighty. Now, if you were talking about like sublimation courses for that and Photoshop classes, which I do plan having down the pipeline, that type of stuff is more universal, right? So it's the same thing, no matter what. Like with sublimation, it's typically the same thing, no matter what printer you have, no matter what anything, it's the same thing. With vinyl, same thing. You know, you do the same things. I think until DTF has a definitive process, then that's when you'll start seeing a lot of these courses come out. But no, I mean, I think that's a great suggestion, and I will start looking into that. Is there any type of videos you guys would like to see that that you guys haven't seen on my channel yet? I know I'm not the most consistent uploader. I kind of just upload what pops into my head. But if you guys have any specific videos you guys want me to make, again, join the Discord, guys. Drop suggestions in the tab that's meant for that, or you guys can leave comments here on the chat. Yeah, I like that. I think I've seen some of JT's videos, Cal. Yeah, I mean, some of these guys are killing it, man. I wish I would have hopped on some type of get rich type of business instead of this, because I feel a lot of my videos are a little bit more difficult to make than, you know, like the vending machine business, where you just show people that you're grabbing cash out of your machines, or, you know, like the pallet business where I don't know. I feel like a lot of that stuff is glamorized, and I do wish I would have picked an industry like that, I guess, right?
Don't forget Pokemon.
But I will check him out. I'll check him out much more in depth. Like I said, I watch a lot of Reyes, and that's kind of where I got my inspiration to start myself. And but I will check him out.
Oh man.
Alrighty, guys. So, and yeah, bro, I'm always pulling OT, man. Whether it's this, I sent off like 3 logos this morning to get revised by the people that hired me to do it. I got websites I'm working on 24/7. This, and then my 9 to 5. So it's always something. But the good thing is I find joy in my work, right? So I found something that I enjoy doing, and that's what I guess fuels it. Alright. Hey buddy, can you pick up this cap for me, please? Alright guys, so we got all the carts filled with ink clean. The actual cleaning is literally just popping in the carts into the printer and just running head cleaning cycles, ink charges, and clean out your waste tank. There's nothing really to that. I just really wanted to show you guys what it is that I'm using to make the solution. And it's 50/50 simple grain and distilled water. Later today, if you guys want to join me back on live here, same channel. Yeah, so you guys can see the first print that we run on the printer, and see if we can get a shirt press. So I know my last live before this one was like 4 hours, guys, and it was a blast. I got to talk to a lot of you guys out there, and got to answer a lot of questions.
Color dust.
And yeah, my wife actually picked up a really cool product called Color Dust, and we're gonna try to do a video on that. So it pretty much a little bit better than bleaching. It's easier to use, and we're gonna try that tonight as well. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. I didn't think anybody would hop in on a Sunday. I know everybody has time with their family, and I really appreciate you guys joining me today. And maybe tonight, once you guys wind down from a day of healthy eating, let me see. Sorry, let me read this last question. Look, bro, Cal, our little, we have like a 10 by 10 room that's our laundromat and everything else. So, bro, I know about space, man. Our house is tiny. We have a 2-bedroom home with 2 kiddos and 2 dogs. So we're working right now on remodeling and expanding the house. But until that gets done, our space is like. So I feel you, bro. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining today. I'll see you here later tonight when we actually run a print off of this guy. And yeah, catch you on the next video.